functional. I'll leave the good away. By the way, we're going to get a transmission today that's I asked for a transmission that's kind of useful for artists.
Oh, yeah?
What's that?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. So Drupan's going to give it today.
What is it? Oh.
So it's you know that book Art of Awakening? That,
Oh, yeah.
So there's a practice text in there. There's a sadhana that they say, oh, this is what you do before you start, blah, blah, blah. Well, I got the Tibetan from one of the book authors. And asked Drupan for the transmission for it.
Okay. Great.
FYI.
That's good.
Yeah. Useful for somebody. Me in another life.
Yeah, boy, the pollen is so thick.
I've been coughing for 2 weeks, and I can't believe this body makes its weight in snot. I'd rather it be cold, but it's snot.
It's an it was kicking my ass. I've never really had allergies of this to this degree.
Same for me. I don't usually have issues with it.
It rained last night, and I have. You can see on the steps in the back porch. There's this layer of yellow pollen.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, I make that nothing. Man.
2 weeks I've had it now. It's just
Also-
nonstop sneezing,
Yeah.
snotting, and coughing.
Yeah. Well, I opened the window simply because it was cooler outside than inside, so I thought a little cross breeze, but it's going to bother us.
Yeah.
We may sneeze. I know that I'm sounding like I have a cold.
Same for me. Mine actually went down into my lungs a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to make of it either.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Somebody told me that all 3 varieties of oaks, they normally do them sequentially with their pollination. This year it was all at once. All 3 at the same time. Which explains the iridescent green everywhere. Whose white card is that?
I don't know. They just showed up. As I was going out to get the coffee water. But I didn't recognize it.
Who's the they?
Well, two guy and gal.
Are they Westerners?
I thought that maybe he was, but she was not.
Oh,
I'm certain. Yes, it is. I was to the, went with Steve and Kathy to the St. Petersburg Art Walk. That's like the second Saturday. And there was a guy there who had a bunch of work, and it was kind of cartoony and stuff. And he had a bunch of stuff, and then he had this rack where he had stickers. And he did parodies. This is Frida Kahlo.
Yes, I. Very cute. It's a sticker?
Apparently it's a sticker. I don't know how you have to like fiddle to get it
I will put it on
backing
my
off.
car. That is so cute, thank you.
Sure. Yeah, Frida Kahlo.
Go figure.
So, pretty good, pretty good. Oh, also, I don't know if you're interested, but these are seeds from the chiba tree.
Oh, your spiky tree?
Yeah, and if you'd like them, you might try a couple out to see whether you get a sprout or two.
Yeah. Hey, you never know, right?
Well, you never know, and
I never know.
who knows, it may work up where you live, it may not, but, I've got a bunch of them, and I've got another seed pod up in the tree still, so.
Excellent.
I'm hoping that, Alan will show up, or at least Alan here, because she was the one that expressed interest in having some of these
Oh.
things. And, that'd be kind of good. I actually have some, that's kind of hard to believe.
That's nice that they give babies.
throw some of those seeds away, is he destroying the forest?
Thank you so much.
Can he,
I hope I
if he
can
throws them away, can he be adjudicated guilty of destroying the forest?
You know, if you consider what the Republican stances on new things are,
Yeah.
the seed is
That's
sufficient.
it. That's it. Yeah, tell that. Yeah, make sure you don't destroy those seeds or throw them away, because you'll be responsible for destroying the forest. It's against the law. It's against the law to destroy 12 trees for no reason. Trees, not even funny really. They're in a quagmire, aren't they? They are. I know. It's a horrible thing. I really don't make an opinion because I don't have a uterus. If I had a uterus, I'd probably have more of an opinion, but no uterus, no opinion.
No mind, no opinion.
I was worried I was gonna be late.
No,
No.
you're actually an hour early.
What?
Yeah, they
Is it
stopped.
really?
Yeah, that's why you're right on time,
Oh,
because it just changed last night.
okay. No, I mean, the phone changes by itself, so. Yeah? I don't know, I don't mind changing it up. Yeah. No, I got 2 pairs of jeans and one of them, I like last week. It wasn't even my fault, like one of my students like dropped a whole cup of cake because I was like, this is why no one's on this.
What do you think you got?
Allergy.
Oh, man.
Got the pollen blender.
Yeah.
It wasn't really good this year, it's been nuts. 2 weeks of it. And like created by weight, it's not,
You see your car in the morning, right? It's all covered.
well, it's iridescent. That's nice.
Perfect.
Next week.
What's gonna happen next week as far as time check?
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. Jason's here.
He's been coming.
That's cool. That's amazing. Sometimes.
I think we get too friendly, and then we also, you know, when too emotional, just always something.
That's my attitude about drivers
Ah!
and visitors, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
you can stop by and, but go home.
Mia's gonna move out of downtown. She can't move. It's not in our price range either, but it's just
Is it
like
what, Tampa?
she can see the stadium. She can see the hockey rink.
Oh,
She can
okay.
see the boats.
Oh, so
She's
I know where she's at.
her parking. When you're in her parking, you can see the aquarium.
I know exactly where you're moving. I know this thing where it was.
It's too small. 450 square feet.
Channel side.
Channel side.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's what they call it. Right?
Yeah, I had 4 acres for sale. It's now some high-rise thing.
Well, they're building a lot of condos there. You know, she's in a little apartment, 450 square feet, 2,400.
Yeah, easy.
And the only thing that she has to walk a whole block to get a car. And when it's really hot or it's raining or it's middle of the night, whatever. So they're gonna try to get one that's in the building. Parking is.
I've got a standing offer to the government insurance company. I will reduce rents dollar for dollar for every reduction, property tax or insurance. Happy to do it. Other people do it. I think I'm nuts.
I think people don't realize in Stockton is where the highest car
It's
insurance.
6 months of your income. Pay those 2 things.
His son dropped you off. He's a good boy. He gets a gold star today, right? gold star
I
today?
know, maybe.
Maybe just silver. Did your son get a gold star today or just a silver?
Is he on his way to work?
Is he in trouble?
I don't know what kind of star he got. Maybe no star. What color star did you get?
How'd you get it?
Myself.
So, does he get a gold star today?
Yes, he gets a gold.
Nobody knows. Hey, keep on skunking the side door.
Seeds from the chiba tree,
Hmm?
from the spiky pink orchid tree.
Oh.
Yeah, they had 2 seed pods. One fell. That's where these come from, and the other one is still up in the tree. But these are seeds, and I figure you could, put them in
Yes,
some
I'm
soil,
planting,
See if you can get a sprout.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty, good morning, everyone. If you turn to page 1 in your prayer book, we'll begin. All mothers, sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and all-knowingness, may they experience happiness and be separated from suffering. I will quickly establish them in the state of the most perfect and precious Buddhahood.
Nam ga da nyam be sem chen tam che de wa dan den han dong ar dan te nyu de la na me bar da bar zo be
Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. All sentient beings, limitless as the sky, take refuge in the glorious, kind Lama Vajradhara, the embodiment of the body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities of the Buddhas of the 10 directions and the 3 times, source of the 84,000 categories of the teaching and Lord of the Sanghas. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Idams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sangha. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path.
Ante je do ne la ba la ren ba xin de la ba je o.
In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings.
Sanje chodan soje chonam la achang jo parada dane jobsen chen dage jenso jenbe sonam je Andola Bencher Sanje Ndobasho.
May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness which is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Refuge of all sentient beings without exception, divine subjugator of terrifying Maras, together with their hosts of demons, the one who understands all realities without exception exactly as they are, transcendent conqueror, together with your disciples, please come here to this place. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and moon. As a Buddha field, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fields. Whatever merit I've gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Okay, and then jump to page 11. Namo, to the Lama of utterly pure appearance and existence, I offer the fundamental ground of appearance and existence. I supplicate you to thoroughly liberate the three realms. Please grant your blessings and overturn the depths of samsara. Sublime Master, wish-fulfilling jewel, crown ornament, the inconceivable, inexpressible mind of the victorious ones, the one endowed with the five wisdoms of omniscience. Gracious one, the embodiment of love, precious protector of beings, I supplicate you from within the essence of mind. Please grant your blessings from within the innate nature. Please bless me that I may realize the Dharmakaya that is beyond intellect, this primordially unborn, completely pure mind. Transcendent conqueror, the one thus gone, foe destroyer of afflictive emotions, completely perfected Buddha, endowed with logic and virtue, the one gone to bliss, knower of the world, captain, tamer of beings, the unexcelled teacher of gods and men. I respectfully prostrate, completely touching my head to the stainless feet of the unequaled Shakya king. At the time of your birth, leader of two-legged beings, taking 7 steps on this great earth, you proclaimed, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise even then, I prostrate. Possessing a body of complete purity, your sublime form is excellent. An ocean of primordial wisdom, you are like a golden mountain. The one whose renown is evident throughout the 3 worlds, protector of supreme attainment, to you I prostrate. To you who are endowed with the supreme marks, whose face is like an immaculate moon, to you, the one with a complexion like gold, I prostrate. A flawless one such as you among the 3 levels of existence is most exquisite. Unparalleled, omniscient one, to you I prostrate. Supreme among humans, captain of those to be tamed, the one thus gone, who severs the all-binding fetters, who with senses pacified is utterly pacified and skilled in peace. To that one, the one who dwelled at Shravasti, I prostrate. Refuge endowed with great compassion, totally omniscient one who indicates the way, ground bases for oceans of merit and qualities, I prostrate to the one thus gone, the pure cause free from attachments, the virtue that liberates from the lower realms, the altogether supreme ultimate truth. To the pacifying Dharma I prostrate. Having been liberated, they also reveal the path to liberation. Thoroughly respectful of the 3 higher trainings, they are a field of sublime qualities. To the Sangha I also prostrate. And then back to page 9.
Namo Nase Namda Gelama La Nase Jejen Zoi Jubang Kamzuma Yonda Da Zorwa De Kurwa Dongdu Zoi Jenje Lo Je Je Narwa Zoge Je Masam Jame Jarve Do Jembe Ye Ye Madan De Zeve Dani Gade Jan Dowa Jumze Rimbo Dasimni Jengane Sowan De Chonye Jengane Jenje Lo Samdone Jeme Nandan Ninjugu Dobara Jenje Lo Jong Dende Dejen Shekbar Da Jomba Yanda Bara Zobe Sanje Rekwa Dan Shabzan Denba Dewa Yekwa Jeden Chemba Jibun Duwa Kalo Jurwa Nalana Me Bala Dam Namje Domba Nyame Shai Jejabo Shaje De Dama Me Bal Govara De De Gube Chanta Loi Kante Kanye Zo Chodam Se Sajen De La Gomba De Nani Jigten Dezhen Kepa Chela Chansa Lo Namda Gongan Chodo Sozang Haye Je Janso Serje Lumbo Dra Tokwan Cheten Soma Lange Wa Angombo Chonye Chela Chansa Lo Senjo Dembo Deme Dawe Dawa Chela Chansa Lo Dede Chude Saba Sonanze Anyame Chen Chela Chansa Lo Mejo Duwa Kalo Gunjora Jingwa Junze Tishin Ambo Yedai Nye Yanlaki Nye Yoba Dalai Chansalo Gombo Tuje Chendemba Tamje Jembe Dombabo Sona Yonden Yanzo Yin Teji Yelai Chansalo Tabe Dojai Tewe Give Ganson Ledo Shin Jeda Dondam Jojo Shejoro Jolai Chansalo Tone Tobe Lamyan Alaba Dalai Rabde Gui Shenge Tamba Yonden Je Gendu Layan Chansalo.
Okay. To page 15 then. I prostrate to the youthful Manjusri, to those in the worlds of the 10 directions, however many there are, all the lions among humans who appeared during the 3 times, to all of them without exception, I pay homage with respectful body, speech, and mind. The force of my aspiration prayer for excellent conduct brings all the victorious ones directly to mind. Bowing down with bodies as numerous as atoms in the realms, I prostrate to all the victorious ones. In a single atom there are Buddhas as numerous as atoms, each residing in the midst of their sons and daughters. Like that, I imagine the whole Dharmatatu completely filled with victorious ones. To those with oceans of inexhaustible praiseworthy qualities, with sounds containing oceans of tones of melodic speech, I express the qualities of all the victorious ones. I praise all the Sugatas. With the finest flowers, the finest garlands, music, ointments, supreme parasols, supreme lamps, and the finest incense, I make offerings to the victorious ones. With the finest cloths, supreme scents, and fine powders equal to Mount Meru, all displayed in supreme and magnificent ways, I make offerings to those victorious ones. With vast and unsurpassable offerings, I venerate all the victorious ones. Through the power of faith and excellent conduct, I prostrate and offer to the victorious ones. Whatever negative actions I have performed with body, speech, and also mind, overpowered by desire, aggression, and stupidity, I confess each and every one of them. I rejoice in everyone's merit, the victorious ones of the 10 directions, the Bodhisattvas, the Pratyeka Buddhas, those in training, those beyond training, and all beings. I request the protectors, the lamps of the worlds of the 10 directions, who, passing through the stages of awakening, attain Buddhahood beyond attachment, to turn the unsurpassable Dharma wheel. I supplicate with my palms joined together, those who intend to demonstrate nirvana, to remain for kalpas as numerous as atoms in the realms, for the welfare and happiness of all beings. I dedicate whatever slight virtue is accumulated through prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, requesting, and supplicating to enlightenment. Page 16. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the two vehicles and their combination according to the dispositions and mental capacities of sentient beings.
Samje Namje Sampada Aloye Cheda Cheda Chechon Tumo Tebaye Chojen Kolo Gordo Damge Doge Yajere Zonto Shenje Medo Duje Bonjombo Zoje Lumbo Daura Jivek Shaje Jarbe Shaula Kue Chance Demi Wazar Toje Jingrade Madi Jengo Jeda Tamje Seba Gunjen Chue Jeje Yamende Goren Chen Kue Chance Omi Choje Yenje Podon De Tu Sanje Gunjen Woni Shansam Chobe Ngosum Donze Be Zawe Lame Shala Kue Chance Kanda Shocho Dongen Jede Na Adri Loma Charwa Kan Soda Tender Dongbe Chojen Charambe Ma Zembran Dongwa Tamjen De Ye She Namo Arya Laye Ge Dang Lo Dang De Jige Tum Da Da Me Ye Ge Nam Ando Gunje Da Ge Che Zamba Tamje Ge De Da Ge Chu Den Do Good morning. So I finally come back. So yeah, we are actually very well in the holiness teachings at the New York City. So the lot of work, but same time, I think the lot of benefit for many beings. So yeah, a lot of people. I think more than 3,000 people. So I think mainly Tibetans and the Himalayans, Mongolians. There, yeah, other, everywhere, the Westerners. So. Good morning. Maybe you can help me like a verse.
Battlefield.
Yeah, did it. Maybe other one.
Was the food prepared on site?
Right. So that's kind of interesting. So no planning. I organize everything, but I really no planning at all. The food. How complicated. Food. Also, we don't have the registration, so we don't know how many people comes. But the one region in the Nepal, actually called Leme. So this kind of really interesting valley from exactly the Tibetan and Nepal border. So right now it's kind of part of Nepal, but really easy to Tibet side, like mountain clash, that area is very, very close. From that area to come to Nepal is very difficult. So this not good road, only except, the small airplanes. But anyways, this valley, this kind of, some areas, the kind of miracle or whatever, this is really special, beneficial, So I think maybe 50%, maybe more, 60% Tibetans escape to India, right? So horse go through that village, So they can help, but we don't know. So we don't know. We know how escaped from Tibet side. There's where Chinese army and so on. But we passed the Nepal border, no idea at all how we don't know nothing language. Also, we don't know anything in the geographic, where walk, where go, which way. So that's valley. So everybody go there. Actually, this is the escaped from Tibet to that area. Actually, now they're thinking, Chinese border, but the Tibet. So we escaped like all night, very easy. And they go there, and then they call Lume, right? Lume region. Actually, it's one valley, a small valley. There are kind of 3 monasteries. That's it. I think, I don't know, maybe, I think less than 300 families, I think, maybe. So then they give the directions, they can help, they can take the things, you can't take the things, But also Tibetan, this heavy clothing, because weather is cold, so we cannot, useless, you try to bring to the Nepal side, So whatever, change the clothing, what need to prepare the food, which way to walk. So that's area. So this interesting. So this 4 valley is the Dikungaju. So now it's everywhere. So they're very smart. Those people is just very well business, and because easy to also business, So he bring from Tibet things, bring to Nepal things. So the back forth. So really good business. And so anyway, so these, I think they're kind of whatever, this small association in New York. So they're thinking, oh, we can prepare the food, So we can do sponsored, we can prepare food. So how? I think maybe very difficult. We just complicated, Who knows, maybe 1,000 people or 3,000 people or 500 people. How we do this, we don't know, because no registration. So just only order. People said, oh, yes, of course, they said. Most of the people said, yeah, this holiness there, a lot of people come. But still we don't know. So anyway, they decide. So they did amazing, just kind of, what is the small container, covered. And then, so also a lot of people, you can just cannot serve the, food and no way. But they're really amazing that their communities just kind of give to the set. They said, don't stand up, just holiness loud. Okay, serve the food, just sit there. Just very quickly. Give, so, yeah. So that's very good. So.
Which is it? The western part of Nepal, central, east, the valley,
No, north.
north?
Yeah, north.
North.
Mountain clash, and next to the mountain clash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're very. Right? You don't know Lume's people?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lume, right? Lume. Tene so ya also we zo terwa ngazo de ta 마찬가지 대완도 요러와 이에나 야다디 고 제용 개차네 제 월리 센스 와 안지텐디 개직다 대어도통 참이 힘기요리스 벤 education make money so what 와 이나야 다 개체효디 가르세나 다 디게 직 벤나 지텐디 직 비즈니스 노다 근데 야고지 유비나야 그 대화 양 타바지 토야다 가버려도
So, everyone desires happiness, and in general, in this world, people have this idea that if they become educated and a good job, and then that's like the happiness dream, in a way. However, the most important thing, if we really look at it, even though people might have like a good job, good business, and have, a comfortable lifestyle on the outside, still, they do not have necessarily authentic, true happiness.
어떻게 인도 제탕 상직 송도와 텐데지 인도 지용차네 그 relative level라 텐데 대화 요그리 티나야 통탄뱅고네 대화지 또 이거 말이스 텐데 인도 통탄뱅게 대바 양타 번직 텐델레베 대오다 지고 happiness 용구구요나 테네 가르탄다 지 림바 지 난게 셈게 지 당아서 루세야 제다 나세야 제다 이치세야 솜텔라 테네 가르세고다 지 습주세나리 가서 추라고도 달말라고 달마민 effects 노로 와다 틴디게 추든 냠내 지네 테네 당아서 대와드로야가 탑데 간디 지고라고이나 테네 지 루히졸럼 yana lulu jandar tini nga ke jandar tini yi ji ki jandar se ji tini ji chigu yusares
So then, in general, in the Buddha's teachings, there is, an acknowledgement that even though beings might have some type of relative happiness, they do not have ultimate happiness. And so, in the Buddhist teachings, if we desire happiness, if we need happiness, then what is important is that we do not become attached to outer objects, external situations. But it is when we look inwardly at the mind that we really find happiness. And so, in the Buddhist teachings, there are instructions for working inwardly through the body, our speech, and our mind. And so what we do is we create the circumstances with our body, speech, and mind. And so we apply the Dharma. The Dharma, in one way, means to make, to create. And so in this sense, we apply ourselves in methods of practice with our body, speech, and mind. So in the Dharma, we have methods to practice with our body, physically, things to do and ways to train physically. We have the trainings of our speech, and then we also have the trainings of the mind itself.
다 그 interesting 더 이나 가서들라 수포티 탐보고레스와 수포 탐보고요리 이나야 수포 탐보티 즉 수포 코랑 탐보 지야게 된데 인사 말이 탐보티 고 샘테페 약보지 고요서와 샘 약보요나 되네 대송에 제당 그 샘테 자완로치 되네 즉 벤난다 룽아니 포 브랜치노 양면은 가르스나 샘티게 딱 간디지 요위나요 그 루텔라 루등아 아니 포 서벤다고 욕본다고 드리 제일은 로고요레스 근데 이미 좀 전에 때네 당방도 샘텔다 장달치고 사레스.
So it's really interesting. In general, a lot of times we prioritize our physical bodies, and we prioritize everything related to our physical bodies. But really, the body is not, shouldn't be our foremost concern. Really, between our body, our speech, and our mind, the mind is really what is the basis for all of our experience. And so we can understand that in our experience, the mind is the root, and the body and our speech are like branches. And so if we really control the mind, then our body and speech can serve the mind. They become like servants.
딘디도다 베나차샤나 가서디 베나 냠렌 칭켄 딘디 용거와 냠렌 칭켄 딘디 요레 다 냠렌 칭켄 케딘디 인두 직 샘게다 직 데베케 띵인지레 네디비나 드네 직 치키 룰레양 직 뭐네 룰로 당모요나 데오 강다 룰레 직 나차요나 데오 드네 직 룰레양 칼세고레 딱 강이 매베기 때문에 그 샘티키 뉴페 톱티게 되네 룰려야 그 대웨기 등인지 대동팀이 혈기요사레스.
So in this way, for a practitioner,
positive side, good side.
So the good side of this, if we are a practitioner, then if our minds abide in blissful meditative absorption, then our outer bodies, even if we are cold, then we can experience this as bliss. Even if we are sick, we can experience our bodies physically with bliss. And so this is if we are able to abide in meditative absorption in the mind, then all these different experiences can become blissful.
어다 대가 나기야 가르세나고 다 네게티브 사이드로 같은데 인도 되네 샘게 때네 되네 가르세고래 샘트에 당 대가 나기 샘게 때네 해당 차도 젠셈 틴디지 유위 짐센텔레 때네 야 룰라 코나베 마데와 되네 룰라 양 나사용야 룰라 양 데오메와 어다 틴디지 틴디 용구요레스.
So on the other hand, though, if our minds are not in a state of peace, then if we are experiencing worry, anxiety, anger, jealousy, kind of a tightened experience of the mind and so forth, then our bodies physically will experience discomfort and sickness and all these different types of things. And so negatively, when our mind is not balanced and we are stressed out and so forth, physically, we experience negative effects.
틴디 인도다 베나 틴디 유비 줌센텔레 때네 베나 스탕보 샘금 고쪽 샘케지 다 해당랑 소바 양면나 샘제라 소비키 젠치네 드네 physically 데오메와치 physically ki jumsen tele tene yang sem de me ta korani ji ka se gore membe cho chi ne yang tene lu de wo yung marwa yang lu de wo me ki jumsen tele tene yang sem yang de wo me wa cha gro wa korani oda tindi indu ko ta zo sem so bora wa tele diga na yita ko positive sa di na yang bena cha cha na ji sem yang gom de yung de lu yang lo yung gro wa lu ji wo yung gre 르리 지오요 베짐 센텔레 야 샘네 팽거와 코라니라 야 고카사다 지 help to each other no ji 여서와 니니야 함
So, in this way, based on this reason, starting with the mind, then if we experience anger, stress, anxiety, these different types of things, then our bodies experience negative states physically as well. We become, we experience discomfort and different types of other imbalances in the body. And then in addition, once we experience discomfort and other types of imbalances in the body, then this causes us to experience even more, stress and difficulty in the mind. So that's the negative side of things. There's this compounded negativity. On the positive side, though, if we practice and we can cultivate a relaxed mind, then this causes our bodies to relax. And when our bodies relax, then this brings more, joyous experience in the mind. So there's both a negative and positive interrelationship there.
테네다 가서 디 샘지오로 거래 슬라로와 다 샘지오로 세야디 간디리 라비나 탐보디 가서 샘 퀄리티 여러와 가서다 부드네 잘라 거래 갈라고요나 양다양 가서 누파 또 섬지메 저지 요데 무수도 수이나디 요레스 베나 상지토비아게 누파 차창 용게 지금 직전에 이렇게 자기가 간디 드롭이나 드롭 통에 기능이 차잖아 요와데 담보하고 고고요레스 샘지올로람나 다 당기라 임바 가서 쭉 갈시나 샘지올로 고고와 주라고도 추 샘지올로 선아리 샘주고고와 샘주올라 다 간디스 주고래서 와 직다 주야 매조제라 가서 주나 구조토고 말와 na chuya yores why ro reason kasa same koranka quality ro same top yore nipa yore same ta boda nature yona cha sang de yores ti indu tene tanga to same tela ta ngi la ya ta tis go tu go sa ti ni ta geologa khallo temporary obscuration ti geologo ro in same quality tene yores ha ko yoba ta ko go res
So, in this way, then we should work to transform the mind. And the way that we are able to transform the mind is because the mind ultimately has the quality of Buddha nature. The mind has the power to do anything. We can accomplish Buddhahood with this Buddha nature that is inherent in all of our minds. We can engage in, whatever activity and accomplish various, tasks in the world. And so we can do all these different things. This is the quality of the mind. So through this way, we should work first to transform the mind.
어다 티니 티니 하코나 땅아서 누파지 요 하코나 틴다 ngazo다 레칼레야 요로와 로와 티인두 다 틴디 ke 요와다 하코네 다지 similar strength power 누파 차창 요와데 하코소나 다 디게 지금 가서 temporary obscuration 데 매와서야 치돌라 땅아서 냠내 치고 요로와 냠내 치야 곰자 요래 요와 양면은 아랑게 요래 어다 티인두
So when we understand the power of the mind, then we realize that we have the power, we have the strength within us to do anything. The mind can accomplish anything. And so it's only temporary obscurations that limit us from accomplishing whatever goals we apply and set ourselves to. And so then how do we train? Then we have the different methods of meditation with the mind. We have the different methods of reciting mantra and engaging in secret mantra practices and so forth. When we understand the power of the mind, then we realize that it's just a matter of overcoming these temporary obscurations.
다 대가 나기 단다 컨티슈가 나기리 temporary obscuration 데 가르스나 배낭가 소지 obscuration 데 당기 컨티슈가 나기리 다조 가르스나 the best 너데 가르치아디 요스나 직 다든 짐바지 요래 나세야지 다티 the biggest obstacle 디토네 데네 직다 가서 당기 컨티슈가 나리 해당 차도 나지 댄스 몰라서 요러와 심티
So in this way, in terms of the different obscurations and obstacles that we experience in the mind, the biggest one really is self-clinging. It is the ego, this fixation on an I, selfishness. And from this, then all these other types of obscurations and afflictive emotions of, anger, jealousy, greed, anxiety, all the fear and so forth, all these different things arise from that.
아니 다 I think most important part 가서 상사 confusing 요러와 다 당지 지디오 다 초랑라 당지 나랑 삼노 강야 마탄테 나 펜도 칼리요래와 근데 나랑 take care 치고 그래 근데 나 치도 소고 그래 나랑 치도 나 삼고요와 계속 나 maybe 되네 나랑 통단 조금 매워도지 요와 better loser 도지 다 근데 그 confusing 차마세 되네 말이스 요와
So when we think about self-clinging, can be a little confusing because on one hand, it's not that we shouldn't take care of ourselves. It's there's a certain level of care that we need to have for ourselves so that we are able to accomplish the goals that we want to accomplish. And so, we don't just not care about ourselves and not take care of ourselves in any way. But at the same time, there's a level of, clinging that we are wanting to overcome as well.
Right. That is I think very important part careers나 ngazo dangzi seyaji yorwa dangzi sidi chora dangzi maji ta rwa dangzi pang labdu chora la ta khayam gog mare kecha yo mares of course chora te khamba yabonyo nan degree moda yabonyo nan degree career narwa you can enjoy oh tene 지 가르치고요 나한테네 사야 가르사고 나 디그리스 티 치고 말이게 저 가요 말이스.
So it's important when we talk about overcoming self-clinging that it doesn't mean that we immediately give up everything that might support ourselves. It's okay for us to have a house or a place to stay. It's okay for us to have a car. It's okay for us to, slightly...
Whatever normally you have, right? Yes. Whatever you do. So that means, I think, not really stop, So whatever. Main thing is, that is okay, get your march, enjoy carrying and regress. Then also they reach it, Chigioris, Chinaja Motaya Ponina, Motaya Motaya, somebody's the later level, Gagioris. Kambayuna, Gagioris. Pehayuna, Gagio, then Digioris. 이나야 플러스 가리 열람는 가서 나 서야지 요비 중산 때려네 현통고 요 말와 뭐다 뒤다 방법이 그랬어.
So, again, if we have nice things, if we have a car that we like, a house, a place to stay that we like, if we have money, if we have food that we enjoy, that's okay. But within that experience, this concept of an I, me, and my, and selfishness in that way, that's what we want to overcome and abandon.
다대 요비 휴글라 나 서야 되는지 요비 휴글라 되네 가르스난 가서 직 immediately 라와 this 직대 narrow minded 로 차노고요 서리스 나 라비 직라 지그나 지그라 나 고도 라비 까라 라와 okay.
So, in this context, when we think about ourselves, when we have this selfish mind state, then our minds get really narrow. The moment we think, oh, I need, when we have this thought, I need, like when we think selfishly, that's when the issue occurs.
Right, so this kind of like a reason I said the narrow-minded means one single, right? Single person, only me, I need. So if you thinking about, okay, I need whatever, I need nice car, right? Maybe first thoughts. Kind of similarly thinking to others. Oh yeah, of course, other one need, right? But you need to give to your car others. But you're thinking about, others. I enjoy, and then same way, other need enjoy, right? So then we really understanding is other situation, So the kind of like interesting, the Buddhism view is like open mind. So first is me, right? I need this, I need this, I want this. They're just completely closed, Then we don't understand it other situation, others quality, we don't know. Because just on close, But instead, so I say you no need to think about others. Whatever you have, that means nothing, or give to your car others, whatever you give to house, give to others. No, not means. But whatever you want, whatever you wish, the same way to others. So just open. So then, I think a really important part is, I think we get, tremendous get knowledge. You have this kind of, you have motivation. So then, sometimes we just can narrow-minded, so really not trust to others. Ina teji zochi na ranga ya samno mangbo tang vi jumsen tele tene tene hian la ji yi che ya hian la zewa de ya hian ke situation ta ya la tene nga so mo ba hita yo ma des.
So, it's really about our motivation, and when we, think about others, when we begin to have confidence and trusting others and look into their situation, then our motivation grows in this way.
Right. Also today, benanga so kesik nga jibu samo tang den ke yu na. Peche men majority la chilo la teni yichi heda cheg mares. Yichi sena rawa. Yichi sena bogdo pe. Como yakbo yimban rawa. Teni yichi heda yo mar kalsa nga jibu samo tang de yo rawa.
So when we are only thinking about ourselves, we don't really have trust and confidence in others. We're only thinking about ourselves, what's good for us. And we have no faith in, others' capacity.
이는 야 reality somno tangwina. But for example, but 100,000 or muji yuna, yamena, maybe 10,000. 이나 10,000 안 찍기는 뭐 누구 찍지 니도 뭐또 히트인데 뭐 요마리스 뭐배 가서 그렇지 뭐라 아트락팅에 좀 이용해 되는 용구 말이스 인당 가서 이니 가서는 그 이나 뭐 치료를 이치 지요 말와 이치 치라 지요 말이스 이네야 리얼리티 가서 섬노 땅비나 그 이치 메지라도 콜로메 지야 보이지 말이 로섬고요로다 이치 지기 말이 콤메 템보이지 말이 뭐 야보요 말이서 이치 마지 좀 센테로 와 다 깨쳐라야 요 말다 공소샤쇼서 라야 용거로 와 이네 이치 치다 요 말봐 이는 거는 이치 미라도 코다 파죠 두보지 용거로 와 섬노 야고다 뭐 두보 텐데 뭐 요 말이스 그러와
Me bomchik nana.
야 몸도 다또 10,000 dollar 되고
Dupo cheken kashe.
딱하게 요리는 요 말고 kop에 항상 휴레스
So, in reality, although, when we think about ourselves and we have this selfish, narrow-mindedness, we might think, that all people out there are, bad and, they're out to get us and, everybody's a fraud and but really, if we look at a group of 10,000 people, 100,000 people, of course, there's a few maybe bad apples out there and, everywhere, but most people, even though we might think, people in general, they're not, trustworthy, they're not stable, they don't do what they say, most people actually mean well and have, good hearts. And so, but when we're selfish, we don't trust anybody. We have this assumption that everybody, is bad and has...
And not necessarily bad, but just kind of something,
not trustworthy.
Right. That it depends on what's over it.
So, however, it's really not about those other people outside of us.
Right. Mainly individually mind. So there, I think that's we can change. So I am a human being, you're a human being, So, yes, of course, individuals take care of themselves, We no need, take care of their pay them. But the inner mind is just, and then kind of interesting, so then we kind of sincerely love to each other automatically, So we have limit, so we get close, okay, with my grandchildren or my son or whatever. I don't know these days, son or daughter. But anyway, just only I love you, whatever, husband or wife or very limit, But we not really thinking about much others. So we truly understanding in the others, or the I am human being, he's human being. They naturally cares others, naturally love others. So then, it really is the open the minded, more kind of relaxed, Sort of like, there's no fear, right? No worries. Because, living together, just, I am human being, they are human being, just live together, So, before I said, the strange people, or maybe that's maybe strange guy, or this maybe strange woman, so that's, they're not kind of always I fear, always worry, So if you really just opened the mind, so then just more relaxed. And interesting, this the energy, kind of good energy, bad energy, The human beings actually is, it depends your own mind, basically, really good energy, because we are human beings living together. We are the human beings. So just working together, automatically, they have energies, the peace there. But we don't know, right? So these days they have, I think, long time too, I think. But we are living together, how benefit each other, we don't know, Even though nothing is talking about money or whatever, I'm not talking about anything, But if be together is actually naturally tremendous benefit. So I think you guys are hearing too, right? So these wars, prisoners, they're sending to their nobodies there. So that is worse punishment because of the no human beings there. Maybe they give the food because otherwise no food, they die. Maybe they're happy to die, but they don't want to die. They want to punishment, So there are no human beings, so this kind of thing. So maybe like about 2 words. That tini rawa tini so ngaso tini yuwina tini ngaso jik dechi injungya ke hiendo uji tini yungu yorsta naturally rawa.
So, in this way, through working with our own minds, then we can naturally create the source for happiness and well-being.
어때 뒤에 내가 나기게 다 가서 뒤토라 다 샘템보 용약게 즉 샘라 strength power 용약게 치토라 가리는 것은 다 가서 곰자가 빼케친 버리 가타기 콘티와 나리게 가서 temporary obscuration 빼 몽보 열어와 뒤에 이제 라지게 가서 즉 샘게다 즉 샘플로보 데오 지원해야라 깔리카보 열어와 텐디 인비 좀 생들 때네 다 소직 배나 곰자야 다 갈곰난 되고래 가서 곰자야 제가 나 이게 즉 나다야 더 백해 첨보래스.
So then, in addition to having this kind of altruistic motivation, then with the mind, to make the mind strong, then we can meditate. And we have all these different types of temporary obscurations and so forth. And so to experience and realize the nature of the mind within that is difficult. And so to meditate is really helpful. Also, likewise, when we do the practices of reciting secret mantras and so forth, these different types of trainings could really help us cultivate the strength of the mind.
어다티인도 다 참는 가서 쌈고요래 단다지 다 배나 가서 사다나 냠낸 치기요러와 다 사다나 냠낸 치야디 가서 practice 노래 티인도 다쭉 가서나 냠낸 가르치기요나 바 이벤도 배나 가서다 나로 당기요러와 나당야게 다 원에서 뭐 당비나 나 참마데 산스크리트 나래 티베트 랭귀지 말이 다 가서 나 코랑게 책로지네 휴지 지랑소 제치나 하고 말에 나랑게 아제치나 하고 말에 이나다디 원에 계지 meaning 요러와 meaning 디 가르리라나 다 샘타 히와 로와 디네야 키치 familiar 디네야 키치네 나던 거스 계시디 나다 다네 근데 샘네 그거나 땅아 동다 하고 그래. 나 냠내 지기 어려워.
So then, for all of us, when we do sadhana practices, what are we doing? One of the main things is that we are reciting these mantras. And so these mantras are in Sanskrit. They're not even in Tibetan. And so maybe a lot of you don't know the meaning of all the Sanskrit words in the mantra. Maybe Drupal is saying, maybe I don't even know all the words in these, Sanskrit mantras. However, the important part of understanding the meaning here is that the purpose of these practices is to bring peace in the mind and to cultivate, the deeper qualities of the mind. And so when we recite these mantras, we are invoking that. And so when we practice in that way, we can experience that peace in the mind.
대가나 이게 다 되리리. 나그 누파 섬지 메샤버리. 얘는 가서 책 강라 누파들이 직탱게 랍토고 말아. 배는 나카히나다 직 당기 공치와나 예레. 가서 책 강라 배는 Sanskrit to English or to Tibet. 이나 할레베게 돈다로지 요야 카보로와. 이나 참마 beyond ordinary concept 차디요로 배는 다 나카히요로 옴세야 되다. 돈다 유 담다 유세기리 이나야 휴지들이 요 토고요 말에. 그러와 대가나 이따가 안 가지 하하호호 해해서야 요리 그래서 지 이네티 누파디 그러와 누파도 샘네네 네야테 케침보레스.
So the power of mantras is really hard to fully express just in ordinary worldly terms. If we try to express the power of all the different meanings of the syllables of the mantras, they don't fit into ordinary English or ordinary, words in this world. The meaning is, really, beyond just kind of a simple logical explanation. Even just the word Om that we find at the beginning of, a lot of mantras, the meaning is so vast. There's all different types of explanations for that Om. However, when it comes to understanding the power of mantras, we should understand that, ultimately, there are, really inconceivable benefits, and these all help our minds to alive and help us gain the power and understanding of the mind.
변성도 휴이는 땅가 조직 나기요리 나베 갑라 전에 땅가 장도 작이 오르와 직 라만도 직 나장네 파 메탈 퍼더비아노 더 인디비주얼 소진 작이 오리 이나 되게 작아야 될 컨디 스탑을 랍토고 말와 그래서 맨도 직선은 substance 맨직사 펜킬런도 다 되게 배 속자송도 질라야 요로 나한테 beyond로와 리티네야 단동가 ordinarily 늘리리스는 라토가 가고 요레스.
So for example, when we are ill, we might recite mantras, or maybe like a lama or something will recite mantras for us. Maybe they'll like blow on us, or there's various different methods to heal with mantras. So for ourselves or others doing this, we might do these practices, and it can be the case that we are healed through the power of this practice. And this is something that happens. However, this healing isn't something that can easily be explained through scientific terms. It's not something that has a simple biological explanation. For example, when we take painkillers, when we have a certain headache or something, then there's like a biological, scientific explanation of how that works and how we feel. But with the power of mantra, it's not so simple. but there really is this benefit, there is this capacity and power for mantras to heal.
어디 다 단기 공투가 나 이래 땅도 샘들라 디게 바디 배 샘티가 샘 마인바 드니 네비나 땅 아땅고요다리 검지하기요 다디 뉴페케 떡에 드네 룰 팽기요레스.
So in this way, the power is in the mind. When our minds are not distracted, when we practice, when we meditate, when we recite mantras, then it benefits our bodies. Our bodies become, feel good.
Also, I think very easy to understand is how benefit, so meditation or mantra, right? So for instance, maybe when you or worry, or maybe when you're angry, right? So that moment, you're not well, not fine. Or, so just kind of mentally and physically both. So, like difficult, but when you get kind of difficulty time, right? Whatever you're angry or worry or something going on. So that moment, okay, you can, whatever, even though like, for instance, you open the, or prayer book or something, right? So, or just recitation, something, or I said mantra. That moment, you see, like close eyes, Om Mani Padme Hum, Don't think about these meanings, nothing. But if you're doing very often, so maybe 5 minutes, okay? You see Om Mani Padme Hum. Probably whatever you have problems gone, okay? Maybe you get angry, anger is gone. Or maybe worry is gone, But these days, not many people not practice, So we really need to practice, We don't want the difficulty time, So that's why I have practice. That's power, okay? You no need to understand Om Mani Padme Hum what means Om Mani. Doesn't matter, okay? You can say there's power there already. So also I said it as much as possible, many. They're easy, Maybe first time you were really angry, then you try to Om Mani Padme Hum, maybe harder, Work or may not work, But you're familiar Om Mani Padme Hum all the time. So actually we have a lot of malas, John make a lot of malas. Those are actually just thinking, oh, okay, they're selling liquor for Dharma store. Really is that the purpose is you can't use the mala. Okay, we get some money in this Dharma store, that's okay. But actually, purpose is, or you can, I think many people you guide the malas, just, decoration, hang, you buy mala and then hang that. No, actually you have to use, That's why you bought. Okay, what you can buy, really fancy mala, actually, that's fine, but you have to use. Then that's okay, your purpose you bought, Yeah, maybe hang on lucky decoration, maybe a little bit benefit, I don't know. But really is that you have to use. So this sometimes we are kind of special, 2 malas or like a bigger ones you can use inside or small one or you go outside. But actually really to reciting. So familiar. So we really need most important part, good things we familiar, again. Sort of kind of fight, so this negative and positive, We try to as much as possible negative things, less, have to reduce. How reduce? You can practice Om Mani Padme Hum. Whatever practice, that is positives higher, right? Your virtue is higher, and the negatives down, lower, less power. So really need to, also Dharma practice, not only Dharma practice, you have courage and diligent. The depends your resort or not is really no diligent, and courage, you're confident, So if you're not confident, not diligent, right? And their result is, you diligently practice, really, caution, you can get result. So same way, meditation. So meditation, how hard, just if you know familiar, just maybe one hand is meditation is very, very easy, simple, so just no thought, just relax. But if you know familiar, not easy, yes, you physically, you can sit, close eyes, but just mind is, everywhere, But you keep going, and the meditation, then the meditation is very simple, very easy, and then you get the experience, familiar. Then you know how benefit, Because the too many, because then you like worldly these difficulty things, you can control, like which means afflict emotions, anger, jealousy, hatred, worry, so on. You can control, you can manage, That's not a big deal, Okay, just. But if you're not familiar, you're more negative side, you look up at problems, then just we create, this and that, why doing this? This is not right, and then this, you have a lot of excuse, a lot of purpose, but that's not much beneficial your all life or whatever your daily, enjoy, happy. It's not helpful, So, so that's one I think. So also I think Theor Wadanga Chitang De Langa Tuta the Latia and what the Lekalea Kitini, Naji or the Longino Chilopson. Sadana, Latiala, Remotiala. Teleconso Candidate Gogre, Candici Gogre, Yosaro motivation, consecrations.
So then now, Drupon is going to give a reading transmission of a particular type of instruction on how to, in the Buddhist context, how to paint or how to create the art of drawing deities, and like what the motivation should be, how to consecrate that artwork, and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so also this in the Buddhism culture, so they cares everything, even though, like, for instance, have to build a house, so then the permit to record or ground, but really cares, I think, the environment, Yes, of course, you build house, may need to dig in or may need to something cut the trees, but very aware, good motivation, so just kind of consecrations and offering to local deities. So interesting. So this, I think, a bit different these days business, So before, like Buddhism culture, whatever, even though start a business, right? But should be benefit others, you know. Okay, do this, I can make money, I benefit this and that, motivation and action. And then action, during the action, whatever the activities, they really cares. We call karma cause effect, you know. So somebody can see or somebody not see, aware, you know, not cheating, basically. You know, so otherwise these days we can see, you know, we see the restaurants, you know, some restaurants I know, so looks like in the table everything is clean. Oh yeah, like nice, plate is nice. But what they do in kitchen, you know, really they cares how much they clean, how much. No, because this. I don't know, not everyone, okay. So some may be pretty good, I think, but some is not good because of not believe the karma. So you understand the karma, then it more cares other people cannot see. They don't want to cheat, you know. Yes, of course, the infant, then this, yeah, if you complain, if you're not clean, you know. But maybe a storage or somewhere cannot see kitchen. So they really cares because nobody see. So more cares if you really understand the karma. So but these days, I don't know, just business start and just only thinking something. Not 100% business, but really high percentage how make money, you know. That's more purpose. And the only purpose that, then they start how to cheating, how to lying, you know, how to cover the bad thing stuff. So, but I don't know, so this, I don't know these days, but should be in the Buddhist culture, you know. So whatever you do was motivation, okay. Like promise, I doing this, I benefit others, you know. And like not only human beings, the environment, logo deities, so these consecrations, prayers, motivation, so on. So today is actually even the art. Artists look like just art, but not really only focus art. So I doing this, or tanka paintings, whatever. So then just motivation myself is like whatever I did this, benefit others, or like sometimes visualize, or I sometimes deity picture, right, like this content. So then little bit it really become deity, you know, so I am visualize, you know, Vajrasattva, or good motivation. So these I painting tanka, these benefit to other beings. So all the cause of conditions together, then just also they become images, like a blessing, you know. So the power, because the who made. So, but just only purpose, so I just, maybe I can just paint the tanka, maybe I make money, you know. So then just painting, you know, just kind of ordinary painting, you know. You can maybe good painting, but there's no energy, no blessing. So that's why. So here, so how to first? I think a lot of explanation. We don't have time, but you know, first, who making? You know, so that person motivation. Secondly, object. You know, object bless. So like 5 colors of. Then you just can visualize 5 birth families. So 5 elements, so many things involved. So basically, sincerely painting, like on the auto, motivation, they were good.
Mm-hmm. Altruistic, with an altruistic motivation.
Right. Okay. Okay, so you guys just meditation. So this is Tibet. I think you relative level maybe don't understand, but ultimate level is you understand, okay? simchi lo do jirwa ni ba jen la wa zum ba jen de ki ba ngo je zum da nga wan de zong tuk ba ne ba dong ba simchi je gen de ba ji ba la ju me rong wa tu che wa ta de le kyo rang sem ni la pa de ma yin ba tsa ke dong de ba ra cha nga na dong xin ban de da gong no mo da ya gong tam ki tu je dang ni jen je za ju la ma ren chen zong sha ye dang bo wo kan do dang gong che chung no la zo wa de da cha ba tong ma me de ne tu da da tu tham ma ta ta yen ju de lu jian jin ko lo wa ma ji le na zo ju ba sa me ja te tam chi dong a rang yen ja gong cho na wa cha ma jo gong ge wa ju bi ge wa te zamna ye mu jo xie dang tu tari ten jo ren jian to che yin la bo gong dang dang sem se de dong ge wa de ba zo be sang jie den dang jie chen ne la me jie se xiong do ju den ken bo lo hong jiang chu xie jia ri pi ne nga la long ri pi chou re wa jie ri pi ge le ti pi ge wo sang bo gu che xin ji we zo nam dang ju me la chang le rang san zhou ta me ta chen de nam che me den 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 zin nam xin de la chen de nam nam chu bi so tu den ban zin bi lo de nor ngu zi ju ma chu bi so de cha bi lo wa dong me za ha le dik pi so jin de we la rang ma do xian la mi men jo len ku wa cham na do de nge den du ma ni pi ju se mi chen de na yin lo da la na lo gar bu ge wa cho lan de gar mi gar na mi rang yin che ye do ge song ni song do zong de zo sang chi de ku bo ya ne ngang san zhe dong zhe wa ni we你们今年的bon war ju cho so ye ju bin do ga de mu bi xiang de nam jo je ri ji jian kan bo tong kang de de ga ma ni ge ngong cha je rang sa le ji ta ta ye le song bo jiao wa zong ba ne sam mo jian de ba ju wa be chang qiao lam de de ye je da je se ge nian chi wa de pong se no de tong nian ka la xi qi mi je tang da ma yin ba be sang je den ba je wa dang je din zi ji we xia dan zhong shu ta ji gen dun per wa dang kang su gen tong mo ba na din zi ji we xia dan de chu ta ji gen dun per wa dang kang su gen tong we mo ba dang na ma jian do we tong da bin ma re zhou je sim jian ma lu ba ne ka de jun de dong la xie de ji je ban ju lo jian zu ju ta do do sang jian de we rang jin ju rang jin ju ji ba dam ji dang jing me xie sa fu song song ku wa nam le chu wa sang jie jie nyo tu nyo to qi de lian de zang wang san lak sang dang ba ra jin me ji da ge wa har qi min jong wa ra ta jin jin gong de chang jiu do len ju wa mi ba zhu ba ran ju so also this the Tibet art or whatever they're working, what called tamjawa, yoro tamja se aji. Tamja se aji da ngo zamna, ye chegi se aji, yok matong bata. Tangbo del daji, goncho zomla japsundo woro, japsundo, 2G6. Second, zamba tamjawa ladu, no matter. Ye tring zamba yin, ngo zogna, tene.
So, when doing like this special sacred artwork in Tibet, there's first, going for refuge and cultivating the proper motivation, and then there is a commitment, like a samaya. And so when an artist begins a project, then they...
Not arts or whatever, actually, art project.
Okay, so whatever project.
Right, yeah.
There is a commitment to finish the project. So there is this, with the proper motivation, once that's established, there's this, okay, now I'm changing the project, and I will, work on this until it is done.
Right. So this kind of what called unconditional, made during your work. Some people are good, some people bad. They not pay attention. They, or maybe successful or not successful. As some people are thinking, this, but not really object. Main thing, whatever you doing, that's his focus. There are not much other things. There is, or there is something going on, or external things. But I think they live long, right? Like that.
They what?
Consulti chilola, kora yabondo usenade, yabondo lamnade, carnivena yungrua. Tela, samutango tangamaris. Karsnata focus karchigre, koratanda this roa, then the winata, painting roa, tigarang rogres. In the Parjo rely on jig yabodo, jig dubodo, jig chinatene. Because successful chagmarwa. Or some people complain or whatever.
So in the context of doing like the artwork and so forth, really, the focus is on the art. Creating this, picture of the Buddha. If you listen to people, during the project, some people might say, "Oh, this is great," or "This is terrible," "This is good," "This isn't good," so forth. You can't rely on that. The artist needs to, fully, focus and, embrace the project of creating the artwork, regardless of what's going on outside.
Right. Yeah, basically, so there is obstacles, but you don't pay attention to obstacles. So main focus, whatever you do, you're doing whatever project you do, then can be successful. But otherwise, just kind of like you look too much, there is something obstacles, whatever issues, then you cannot focus whatever you're actually doing. So can be whatever work, there is, of course, there's nature, there are obstacles, there are problems, but that's okay, You try to be happy. So really is that this, I think, also Dharma practice too, so you do practice, and then that's it, that done, you be happy, You cannot expect a result. Your result good, you're happy. You think, oh, maybe nothing result, you're happy. That means you are result, So sometimes you're doing things, only sense, So maybe it looks like successful, you'll be happy. But maybe there are obstacles. You cannot change, man. You still be happy. So that means you have strength, But sometimes it looks like, successful, then you just pray, oh, I'm very good, But then look up obstacle, oh, problem, now how we do, They're up and down. You have to stable, Dharma practice. Okay, you're successful. Okay, that's fine. Be happy, Not too exciting. Actually, they really quickly become obstacles. So may there are obstacles. That time you'll be happy, okay? Inner strength, okay? Maybe external thing, there's something going on, obstacles, problems. They say, oh, that's normal. That's nature. I'm happy, Then you complete what you do, your project, you can finish, So I think here they say you have like confidence, strength. You start, you're done, you have to finish. No need rely on, they say good or bad or such things. I think talking about here. Jesse Jatan Tese and Ambazo, he be what do you be so, Dormando Young and then be what you want. Chere Tenche, Galen, Dinala, Baraji, Niba Mania Condu, Mosamon, Gran, Ana Banga de Medranda, Hong Pe, Om Banzan Janara, Chadom, Nama, Saban Buddha, Nam Bodhisattva, Made Dasarane Namo Samhyodaya Kata Shamde Namaya Sarvata Dankata Samya Sambhidaya Diyadam Hyodane Hyodayam Beg Savan Begne Ganga Magareniga Garuba Bari Bishu Dharma Nuranga Hong Piso Hong Nam Bi Yu Je Ma Da Ba Tam Je Da Ba Chen Bo Jiu Je Se Mo Lan Te Zo Bi Xian Gong Yun Ten Bu Zo Bi Ren Jie Na Zo Li Zhou Bi Yin Gong Ba Jie Ji 提前连在家接了五百五十休假节，出去推送让两节，假如我讲这个三八堂，特别叫他们跟对的，这就那么人民党，时间也当经过说，把我看着就中堂，拿了的大结巴。台北现在也是说，让人这边先交边，咱们就把现在这过松口吧，全部也让把更多抢走了，他也先跟讲做了，前浪上啊，太宽了，全边真不讲做的，我就是一届对年节。从你做节什么了？这边过松头用天，天天没在讲中国，也让不他们多半就阿姨，这里要个都是咱宝。 原来老下个啥叫说哈，看到秋狗对中节上节讲究什么？他们节当特别就当旁边跟对见那么当，就我姐姐给人生没别那么当当这天天给那么。一周个点可能没人不接，当时你一到经过家老早那把我看到就叫什么那了，等到他们节了，公司说打开礼堂，就讲到了他把那节，你要把人做节，今天老多做上节，就当跟对节，是个节我特别说那节，那人民的节，真的多少，这个多问题别说多少，这就那么。 你们就给上就接一等些家头个，叫那么我这头把那小帮看着去叫那么接见，天天他们同名着把那小那那个从写到了三边同口着把着这边到那接着些个从头他木边对对接个从头用天天那手腕的不从前你接把那小三的肉。 娘娘就我这里了，奴家我做他们接到大当着啊，大当着别兄弟接老当来面，买汤买马银，同着老嫂子送来就身前那做他也提的协说，娘妈的来做都做不他这的，大家他别六天多把那小王着我这着东我们这边他把这跟着我们六把连接那面着我过就别就当这边这个。 为眼将小人健康上天，叫有望当这边那是这件在堂可以有件求在从这件大堂那么做些做把那小事当些边叫了不叫了把做马上没吧。 估计台湾的大家都个碰错，就是把那那把跟头就把你就是得先去网上都别从那么几跟讲来见的了，都不得交通嘛，没把时间都把当日记光帮当把头几位存的给把当都两把。 牛毛脸那些节这把汤，龙啊一双给位，到那那说那位些从你做把来学下来，下来，我们家人我红罗是了，咱们罗马拉是。 江下起上也当我这边的从一个来问出就新干他们当结果我跟我人眼就可当有几把了见到的二个么都没到了，你得晓得把那个说就跟那个一点龙个苏跟讲说，他说一让叫人家人家的，我要讲做红章是啊，就跟的军营到不了，什么生前看到这了没？那么那就叫我当提，有我跟你讲的，那没弄他我的什么讲看到这身边没就都是节都是人家跟节到今天当今年不到什么弄那个。 人家就那就我这，人家就那你叫那说了多吧也，生前看到这我当，那么的我这偏偏这一套我当，那这我叫我的，生前跟那我当，那个我当这节这是东个节，叫我这个一些东西让我节。当在说年对你见中啊，人家就别公安着别点都叫了，那们杂红帮我你们瞧，从那么的我这先边到这没来塞了，去了一边马这个。 马儿给他们告诉你们的这讲，土真把狗你都把晓得给几笔说那么的都这进行了。我是把这点嘛，我一点没你看到那要那嘛，现在嘛那也说哈，各种都这样，没把叫人们估计要个么了去，怎么出别个下来嘛了。也我们知道，我跟嘛长了这条古巴也，我们红咱们这安排看着红那么有他把人家节都这当接的。 그 로마레 어떻게 담이 좀 어떻게 저발 공로 어떻게 자원 방 어떤 이 메이드 저 저기 저 바다데 뭐에 두 이전에 다음에 지나 이전에 지나 공로 용서로다 미경가 사마야 왕 봉봉아 라다 바다 용아 다 제비 뒤에 다 용서로다 미경가 사마야 와마서 만만만만서 디미들서 아나라메 서로 그런 좀 진행해 서로다 만만만만만만 바마 사마야 사도 아 라마지 주정 보제 권하는 보제 넘어서 주정 걸로서 상아 생아 숭아 디긴제 제보내 만남 저들이 바라네 바람 제스면 동지보다 저도 저로와라 두변상 우송바라 쇼군의 성부 몰라 제다와 제로와 지빈 조지 잠장나 타베 아 협다 홍도 원의 윤이나 일루베나 형도 대배도 바라 제세 메당 추예네 롱게게 와마 예와 용다 넘는 베르바당 섬양군의 가와네 발로 준데 내공다의 쇼 쇼든 바좀 그런 바네 텔레지제 동마당 바당 다라도 라잡데 네바당 가지 바당 이게 저 바당 겸나 로버지 바당 다비시 그나저와 된 유는 정보 강전제 도르지 메련 총자당 라제 고당 세바르 공라마 고성도지 진양제 송베르 다동제당 연동제 공바당 디가나 내메람네 정바당 오제려나 유바당 심천 숨생콜로당 신충 주르교 장당 정보 총비 저거당 제 주연들이 와당 소면콜로 자기 등상보젠 개바나와 송강야롱아제 제소의 머리베 사나무 그네지마당 그노송게 위담제제 수년 중지 티바나 개조 언조더레와 나냐반 처냐반 소냐 고고 희녀라니 원바라 쇼 지방 우진염선 량바르라 점도 심지 송대도 왜 모제조나 심지나네 바라 통대로 번야가 지영 고노 지방남 여르베 제네 조랑 탐제당 제당 상당나와 소당당 제랑도 여러보다 저도 그는 냠도 제보다 나오되 근데 무슨 그런 대내 군도 냠니 제시바 쇼 노버와 조가제 라나가 반드미 제선 그런 이제 예고발라 되바데 마나지 나지마나 레람 제냠슬마다 혼냠슬마와 좀고와네 총진접유 상송고저제 제다당中나마르데 더버리 현터도 자나 공판 쇼 쭉쭉 버점네 서 너무 저유저거 전도다 이 바상지 당정선 바 당배 조되기 리비장소 달라 제치 나체드네 보변도 바장소 친제로 라년 샤와라 오미들마에 마르바이 되게는 당연하고 되게는 내가마야 옹서반디랑 만들어 예소하 도바와 담지 인도기 전에 뭐는 저도 도버지스 okay. Okay, so do you have some questions? I think a few minutes.
The Jigme Lingpa key?
I don't know. He has the book, right? I don't know.
What is the English title of this?
A Supreme Liturgy for Artists.
Supreme Liturgy for Artists.
You know what I'm saying?
It's by Jigme Lingpa? Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was the reading transmission.
Okay.
Is there a deity that is visualized in that one? Or is it a group?
I think yeah, deity, but also this a lot. I think involved a lot. I said the first, consecration, place, and then your motivation, and also I think the visualization is the Tibetan painting is the not kind of nature, right? Nature pigments. So these different colors, they visualize different, like for example, 4 colors. Then visualize with the families, and so on. So, and then there is main practice. Beginnings, refuge, motivation, commitment, and the main practice, and consecration, and dedication. I think a lot.
I've got a question going back to your earlier comments
Mm-hmm.
about the mind being the basis of all experience. And I think I totally understand that. But I also sometimes feel that the Tibetan tradition
kind of ignores the body. Ignores the body. In other words, makes much of the idea that the body can be the source of, selfish indulgence, can be the source of defilements, and doesn't really play an important role in Tibetan practice, particularly other than keeping the body alive, nourishment and excretion, whatever. But there are other traditions, as you know, the Hindu practices of yoga and yogic positions having real spiritual significance, I think, in that tradition. And also in the ancient Greek philosophy, that a sound mind can only arise through a sound body. In other words, if the body deteriorates to a certain extent, then the mental activity, the mind deteriorates by necessity. More of a thought that the mind itself is part of the body, and the body is part of the mind. I think the Indian tradition seems to be that the body is more part of the mind, and the Greek tradition is more physically based. The mind is the brain, maybe not the mind, is part of the body.
Question?
So the question, I guess the question is, what is the positive role of the body in Tibetan thinking, Tibetan Buddhist thinking?
Right, yeah, I think Tibetan is not attached to the body, but so the Tibetan Buddhism is with such precious human life. So this body is most important. And also, tezongdo sanjeke, lunde dadan tonayang, titani tezongcha zongde, choje di lunde je kensa ores lundi tonalanga so kale mombo ji jago ores. Yinayang, kale jagona, lunde dadan tonayang, titani tezongcha zongde, lunde sungchop chigore zongdo.
So, the Buddha taught that even though you might see the body as like an enemy, still you must take care of and protect the body. So even though all these, the body is associated with all these physical difficulties and so forth, still we must take care and nourish the body.
Yes, of course, we think only one way, I think, this for the body, this food, whatever, clothing, this and that, But this body is most important. So this take care. And not only that, and this Vajrayana is this body is the Yidam deity, not really kind of like we ordinary like physical body. So our body is like Yidam deity.
So in the Vajrayana, the body itself is the divine Yidam deity, the Buddha.
Tega nagi sanje songdowa, tanda nga chota luinde sunya kichi tola ka tsindela tanda the way of life. Karsena se tang ni tang lek chawa tingzi luji jushins, nga so tingin zili ya jie gugu na, tene nga chota rowa proper food, sleeping, exercise, and meditation.
So, in the Buddhist teachings, essentially here, if we wish to give rise to meditative absorption, to great meditation, then we also need to attend to the physical necessities of this life, including food, sleep, exercise, and so forth,
meditation.
and meditation itself.
데이니다 딜레 가는데 개체 모레 정도 같아. proper, nutritions, so.
So these are all really important elements to give rise to meditative absorption.
대가 나기 가서 더 상직성 요러와 가서 세체나 드네 륜체 그레스 륜체나 추양 체그레스 저는 체센트라고다 계시 류약 보면이나 맞아 칼아야 보면이나 드네 nutrition proper take care me나 드네 대 맞아 류 야고 차고 말바 세미나 류 야고 미나 추야 야고 치토고 말이 근데 이미 좀 센들 때네 근데 류 티페 야고 송고 그래 정도.
So it said, if you care and cherish this life, then you need to cherish the body. And, if you cherish the Dharma practice and so forth, you need to take care of the body so that we have, the energy and the capacity to practice.
그래서 세체나
Sedi.
세체나 되네 륜체도 그래. 세미나라고다. 세미나 칼아야 보 proper nutrition 메비나 되네 수보야고 차고 말레스. if 되네 수보야고 맞잖아. 되네 추르비알라야고 추르업 두고 말해 정도.
So if you cherish this life, this opportunity, then you should cherish the body. If you don't cherish this life and don't take care of the body, then you will not be able to practice the Dharma.
Right, yeah. So that's actually very important, So these days, actually, the holiness talk to the, emphasize, So he said really particular, he said these days, you need to take care the body because these days, these are all sorts of the, food, maybe I cannot say junk, but, should be food is benefit for body, right? That's purpose. We eat. So long time, you survive, whatever the food, But these days, I don't know if food is good for body or destroy the body. Really, we are aware, how we can eat. So that's why holiness, go green, go organic, natural food. And also, like for instance, Buddha, So we thinking just Buddhist teaching is, he's just next life or like religious or, believe something. No, actually, not really, way of the life. So how you eat, how much you eat, unbelievable, So when you eat, so he knows how much you need food, and he knows when you eat. Like for instance, he said no dinner. Unless your body is weak or maybe sick, you can eat. So I think the biggest problem is we eat dinner, then we go to sleeping. Actually, probably that's not good. And should be is the sleeping is rest, kind of recovering the body. But if you eat and you're sleeping, it's not good either. Sleeping is not good. For body is not good because just to eat. Should be early dinner, or after dinner, you something exercise. So during Buddha time, like what is late dinner, right? Whatever, like 1 o'clock or something. That's it. So then after that, they are practicing meditation and study. And then the sleeping is real sleeping, real rest. So, but I think just we here, everybody knows, so that's, so, but same time we, sometimes we know, but we no pay attention. So that's sometimes big problem. So the holiness saying, it's really details, so how we eat, nature. Actually, I don't know, maybe the Westerners born here, maybe they have better, I don't know. But also, I think the Himalayans and the Tibetans, I think really difficult because they grow up in a different attitude, and food is different. There's basically not much sugar, So just born, so there's not much eat sugar, So then come here, the different food and everything's sugar. So like a lot of Tibetans, the Himalayan people are like diabetes, So really this not really eat all the time, but if you just born, it's not much sugar, so I don't know exactly, but. So that's, I think, really is the very important body, So, but yeah, you guys, holiness is saying to the Tibetans, you have luck, you have work, make money, but you have limit, So sometimes difficult, you make money, and then you're sick, then all the money goes to the hospital, So they said you limit work and rest, and so food, so on. So yeah, that's I think two things, in my opinion, is no worries, okay? Whatever you do, so this, but your action is, you remember, So sometimes, I eat lunch, after that you worry, I ate too much, or may I ate junk today, yeah, that's terrible, That's too late, just, you're okay, Be happy, then you're more strength, But sometimes, we call this, the donkey, the story, okay, maybe you can. So, donkey go through this ice, right? Ice like kind of river ice. So first we put the sand or salt, and then after that we bring to donkey, and no problem because donkey not what is slip. So because we put your ice, but sometimes we don't. So first we bring the donkey, right? And then after that we put salt or sand. So that's not work, not necessarily. Sometimes I said, whatever you eat, first thing you eat, after that you worry, no benefit. Be happy, So maybe you remember before, before put in the top of ice, you put this whatever salt or sand, then bring to donkey, top the ice. Then it looks okay, So before, remember, if you don't, no worry. So sometimes also the health, take your health too, take your health, but too much not concerning, Sometimes too much worry does not help either. Even though you do really worry, really concerning, really cares. But really is this mind, in the involved there's a little bit worry, there's not much benefit. So yes, you can take care of the body, but at the same time, you'll be happy. I physically good, I happy. I might physically something, okay, that's nature, So sometimes difficult, no matter you cares, something not work because of aging, okay. What do we do? not become younger, right? So main thing is your strength. Be happy, okay? I feel really good. Now it's good, good, you know? So, okay. Okay.
I just wanted to, about the Greeks, they actually have similar ideas in South Asian philosophy of Enuma, the channels, Enuma, Suke. So there's a lot of overlap there in terms of the relationship between the mind and the body. And I think I was listening in the Mahamudra, I don't know where I read it somewhere, but the alaya vijnana, the physical karma is stored in the body. Is that
All right. Not really all the karma, but related, you know, because we, like for instance, karma, you know, sometimes we said, you know, positive karma, negative karma. So also negative karma is like not only one thing mind, you know. Negative from mind, right? So we have 10 and virtues, you know, right? And negative from the speech, and negative from the body. So that's so the negative side. And the positive side, we can do it like for instance, meditation from the mind, create the positives, and change, and speech, like for instance, talking about mantra, and also physically, you know, whatever activities help others, so prostration, so on. So. Okay, so your questions or no? Okay, okay, Katie.
I have one quick one. Quick question.
Okay.
A long time ago, when I first started coming here, it's like, thank you. A long time ago, when did I first?
10 years ago?
Anyway, when early on, you were teaching us many things, you know. And one of the things you talked about was the preciousness of human life. And you mentioned a turtle swimming in the depths of the ocean, and only after eons and eons did it find the ring, like an inner tube, that was floating on the surface. And this made a huge impression on me. I've often